All right, let's go for it. Hey, how's it going? So we are building a speed to lead system using API Nation. So what this idea is very simple. I can lay it out for you real quick. The idea is API Nation. If you're not familiar, if you kind of forgot, it's just a tool you use to connect apps. So if you hop on apination.com, you're gonna see a ton of different apps on here, and all you're going to do by selecting any of these apps, let's say KV Core, select it, and it's going to show you apps you can connect to it. So then contacts flow through KV Core to your phone or to Dotloop, or sometimes people are using multiple CRMs, like they're using KV Core in High Level or in Follow Up Boss. And then your leads come in from Zillow, Realtor.com, or Facebook. So that's what the idea is. And then as far as building a speed to lead system, all that is setting up syncs that allow the contact to come in from your lead gen sources, hit your CRM, and then have your CRM also send those on to something that responds to them. So that improves your speed to lead. So let me show you what this looks like. So I'm going to go back to apps. First, what I would do is I would get out maybe like a piece of paper, or just open up a document on your computer and write down where you're getting all your leads. So you're probably getting some leads from your website. You're probably getting some leads from referrals. You're probably getting some leads, hopefully, from other efforts, social media, YouTube, postcards, drop-bys, all of that stuff. Once you write that stuff out, you're going to see a few of those ways that you're getting leads are here on API Nation. So for example, let's go here to Realtor.com. So you're probably getting at least a handful of leads from Realtor.com. You have a Realtor.com profile that's out there. People are submitting information in there. So we want to get that into your CRM as soon as possible so that it improves your speed to lead. So click on Realtor.com. Find your CRM in here. I'm going to go with Chime for today because it's pretty simple. But, all of them are here. KW Core, KW Command, MoxieWorks, Rivety, Boomtown. They're all here. I'm going to go with Chime. And then you're going to set up that first sync. It says just going to connect Realtor.com to Chime. This is not signing up for Chime. This is not subscribing to Realtor.com. All this is putting a pipe between the two so that leads go right from Realtor.com, shoot right into your CRM. So I'm going to activate this sync so I can show you what it looks like to activate it. First, it's just going to ask you, all right, let's activate this sync. Can you sign into your API Nation account? If you have one, go ahead and sign in. Creating an account is free. If you don't have an account, you can click here to create one. Or you can also sign into your Google account. That will also create an account. I'm going to do that. And then once you sign into your API Nation account, now you're just going to connect both of these, Realtor.com and your CRM. So to connect it, you just hit the connect button. There's a few instructions to connect Realtor.com. Realtor.com and Zillow are both, there's a few instructions to connect. Most of the other apps, I would say 95% of the apps outside of
Keller Williams
Realtor.com and
Realty of
Zillow,
Central Oregon. This is
they
Jess.
also, they don't have that much. I mean, you just sign in and it's connected. So just a heads up about Realtor.com and Zillow. So you would just name the connection. And this is just in case you're managing multiple Realtor.com accounts, but you can just name it after you or your office or what have you. Oh, I already have one. Let's do Gabe too. Oop. There we go. Then it's going to give you an API key like this. And you're just going to follow the steps to finalize the setup. You can also click here to see the instructions in another tab. But it's pretty simple. It's what you'd expect. Hop into Realtor.com, go to settings, go to lead settings, add lead delivery API. It's all here. It'll take you probably 30 seconds to hop in there and paste the stuff where it needs to be on the Realtor.com side. But you do have to do that in order to set up the connection, specifically with Realtor.com. Then you're going to hit test connection. It's going to say connection is good. And then you're going to have a new connection. Once you have that connection, you're just going to select it. And then same thing for Chime. Like I said, Chime, way easier to connect than Realtor.com. You just hit connect. It's going to ask you to sign into Chime. In fact, if you're signed in on the page, it's all ready to go. All it asks you to do is authorize it. And that's all it takes to do Chime. And that's all it takes to do most of the apps at API Nation. Realtor.com and Zillow are kind of outliers. So once you do that, it's finally just going to ask you a few questions about sending these leads into your CRM. For example, if the lead already exists in your CRM, maybe somebody's sending it in twice, should we overwrite it in your CRM, or should we just add any blank fields? Usually I just say, just add blank fields. And then if you want to assign it to a specific agent, you can. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe. That creates the sync, and you can just go ahead and activate it. The one thing I would check before you do, there's a filter tool. Usually people don't want to filter their leads because they want to get the leads in there. We're trying to build a speed to lead system, so I don't want to necessarily filter them. But mapping, this is where you can do some fun stuff. You can see first name, last name, email, and phone are coming over. If there's anything else you want to come over, if there's anything else you want to apply, for example, maybe I want to tag everybody that comes over, I could do that. So I'm going to tag everybody as realtor.com. And then I'm going to activate this. So that's the first step of the speed to lead system. Lay out all your lead gen, how you're getting leads, find them on API Nation, and then start connecting them to your CRM. Hopefully some of them are already connected. If they are, some CRMs have built-in ways to connect realtor.com or Zillow to the CRM. And if that's working for you, great. If you want a little bit more control over how that works, like maybe you want to be able to come in here and specify tags or groups or anything else, then, pause the default way and you can turn on the API Nation way to have a little bit more control over how they're getting put in. So that's step one, lead into CRM. And for some people, this is basically it. This is all they need. They just need to get the leads into their CRM, and then they have great drip campaigns. They have great responses in their CRM scheduled to go out as soon as a new lead comes in. And if that's you, great. You now have a pretty great speed to lead system. If that's not you, maybe stuff comes into your CRM and then it hangs out in your CRM until you actually hop in there, notice it, and then you reach out, you give them a phone call, you send over the greeting email. That's not going to be great to speed the lead. You want to react to these leads as soon as possible. I think there's a stat that if you are the first agent to respond to the lead, there's like an 83% chance they're going to go with you over anybody else. So that's pretty big. So what you're going to do if this is you and you're like, yeah, I get all my leads in my CRM, and then when I get a chance, I hop in my CRM and reach out to them. You're going to want to connect your CRM to maybe like a marketing tool, something like BombBomb or Dub or MailChimp or Constant Contact, something like that. So to do that, you're just going to grab your CRM. I'll stick with Chime. Put on Constant Contact. Actually, I like Dub. Let me do Dub. Dub is very similar to BombBomb. They're pretty, if you're using BombBomb, it's going to save the same purchase. It's going to serve the same purpose as Dub. It's a video messaging app. So what people like to do here is set up all the leads going into my CRM and then have my CRM syncing stuff out to like Dub and have Dub set up. You're going to, if you have Dub, you know how to do this. If you don't have Dub or BombBomb, then it'll just take a second for you to figure this out. But you're going to set up a little automation in Dub so that every new contact, this is just what Dub looks like. Every new contact, you're going to create an automation. Every new contact that gets added gets a quick video. So that's what you're going to do. Just hop into your Dub or your BombBomb or your MailChimp or Constant Contact and create a little automation in there that says every new subscriber, every new contact gets a video. And then you're just going to plug your CRM into the app. I'm going to select my CRM again. I'm going to go ahead and select my Dub connection. This is all optional stuff if you're sending stuff over to Dub for the first time or your app. And then I'm going to hit subscribe. It's going to create the app. And it's going to say, all right, you're sending stuff over to Dub. It's going to create and update contacts. If I want to filter it, I can. For example, no, I don't want to filter it. You could filter it, but it's kind of, put a speed bump in your speed delete. So I would just not filter it for now, and then just have this set up. It's going to show you everything that's coming over from your CRM into Dub. And maybe you want to add mobile phone. Let me go back down there. Let's pop mobile phone in there. Second phone, that's fine. And activate. Okay. So this is what you've built. And click over to My Syncs. Get that out of there. And get this out of here. So what you now have is you have your lead gen set up so that all your leads are coming into your CRM. In this case, we have realtor.com coming into our CRM. Then we have our CRM immediately sending stuff over to our video messaging app, but it could be any messaging app. It could be any marketing app, so that somebody submits a lead on Realtor and they get a video from you immediately. Super speed to lead. Stuff just goes right through. You're going to be the first agent to talk to them. If you're using a video messaging app, you're not only going to be the first, but you're going to actually get your face in front of them, which is kind of cool, which is going to help you convert more of those leads. So that's kind of the idea behind building this speed to lead. Again, what I would suggest is just write down where all your leads are coming from, automate them into your CRM. That's huge. That's going to do a lot for you. And then just either set up an automation within your CRM to immediately respond, or bridge them out to an awesome app like Dub or BombBomb to immediately respond. You can see we also have this one, Google or Chime Leads to Google Contacts. This is also great, just kind of back up your contacts. Another great automation. So yeah, and then one last thing I want to mention is, if you are an API Nation, well, two more things. If you are an API Nation user, you've been using it for a while, you've kind of been thinking about this as, all right, that's a bunch of workflows and I have to pay for each workflow. So I really got to think about whether this is worth it. And that was true until recently. Now you have as many workflows as you want. Unlimited workflows, unlimited apps connected through APINation.com. So you can build out a system without having to pay for individual workflows. You just pay per record. So you can buy just, you can have a subscription where it sends thousands of records every month, and then just have as many workflows as you want. So that's one thing. The other thing is, it looks like a few of us are from KW. And if you're from KW, just be sure when you are purchasing the API Nation stuff for KW Command, just go through the KW Marketplace. That's where you're going to find all that stuff for KW agents. So if you're trying to connect stuff to KW Command, if you're trying to get leads into KW Command and have the speed to lead happen that way, make sure you do that. Just hop into your command, go to the KW Marketplace. It's going to show you, all the stuff in the marketplace. And you can just search for whatever lead gen, are they coming from Zillow? Just search for Zillow and you'll see, bam, there's the syncs for Zillow for KW Command. So it's just a kind of special way, if you're a KW agent, that a way to go about it. And that's how you set up KW Command syncs. Cool. Well, Don, Jess, any questions about any of that? I feel like I went a little bit fast, but it's also, pretty straightforward. If you need it, I can go over anything we already covered. If you have any other questions, yeah, now's the time. Just throw it in the chat, unmute, either way. Very cool. Cool. Well, that is about it. Thanks, guys, for hopping in here. If you have any questions, you need any help, let me put this in the chat just in case you need it. We have a mastermind on Facebook where we kind of keep track of stuff. Don, great question. Where do you find pricing? Here, I just put it. I put the Facebook group in there. Yeah, if you want to join, that's where we kind of can answer any questions you have. Pricing. Let's go to pricing. So API Nation, on the API Nation page, if you're just connecting apps, you can come up here to pricing, and it's going to show you the available plans. This is kind of the default plan, $15 a month, unlimited connections, unlimited syncs, limited automations, and then just 1,000 records per month. If you go over that a little bit, it's like at 5 cents a record. So if you think you're going to do more, you can bump it up to 2,000 records per month, or you can bump it up to 5,000 records per month. So this way, you can connect like 6 different lead systems into your CRM. Just a ton of leads, Facebook, listing of leads, realtor.com. So have them all syncing into your CRM. And it's probably not like 1,000 leads coming in per month unless you're a team or something. So then you can just do $15 a month and all that stuff gets automated. So that's the pricing. If you're a record, that's a good question. You can click here to read more about how records are calculated. Basically, it's just anytime a new contact gets created or updated or deleted from your CRM or from the connected app. So a record would be an entire contact. So if you sent over somebody with a name, an address, a phone, notes, tags, all that stuff, that's all one record. So that's what that is. And then if you're sending over somebody that already exists and it doesn't update and it doesn't create, that doesn't count as a record because nothing happened. Sweet. And then if you are a KW person, Don, I'm not sure. It looks like Jess is, but if you're a KW person, the pricing is a little bit different. So you can see on the marketplace, Angle Invokers. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you have the standard kind of plans here. KW folks, you guys are on the per sync situation, so you can kind of build it out, buying individual syncs through the marketplace, and then it's unlimited records for KW people. That's kind of how they wanted to go about it, but it is a subscription for individual syncs. So yeah, cool, great question, Don. Like I said, join the Facebook group if you have any more ideas, or you're just going to be first to know about videos and stuff that are coming out. But yeah, it's great having you guys. Reach out if you need anything. We'll be here.